Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Brewmaster!
Skywrath May.
Centaur War Runner.
Radiant team pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota Pit League Season number 2. 4 Anchors plus a Sea Captain versus Team Tinker. Best of 2 series. We're into game number 2 already. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Mont. With me today is F4L. How the hell are you, man?
I'm good. It's a pretty crazy last game.
It was a game that lasted a lot longer than I think we both thought it would.
Yeah.
But...
Reserve time.
You know, good comeback by Team Tinker with the Medusa pick.
Something I neglected to talk about. I think Sing was 1-17 at the end of the game.
It was.
Bit of a rough game for Sing. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's tactical feat in a nutshell. Just get everyone super farmed to the other team, then just have quickly kill them all and go to work. So, pretty impressive play. But we talked about this in the last draft, was that Skywrath and Centaur are both very good counters to Brewmaster, which is exactly what 4 Anchors plus the Sea Captain have versus Team Tinker.
And Tinker going to opt for the Shadow Demon to sort of negate the presence of both of these heroes. You know, if Centaur and Skywrath try to combo someone and the Shadow Demon's there, they can just simple disruption and pretty much, you know, disrupts the fight.
Wow. That was a zinger.
That was a zinger.
That was a hot one. I liked it. We got a comedian over here, folks. Meanwhile, we're still in the draft. Quick ban phase. I like it. Let's get through these quick and see what happens with the next couple of picks here as well.
Yep, still giving the Respect Ember ban along with the DP, Viper, and Razor. Pretty standard bans. 4 Anchors go with the Kunkka ban. Maybe scared of the Sing Sing Kunkka with the Shadow Demon. I'm not sure if Tinker, have they ever ran that?
The Kunkka Shadow Demon?
I know that Sing has ran it on other teams, but I'm not sure if Tinker's ever ran it.
I don't know. This is where it would be really handy to have a stats man, and today we don't have one, so that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, if you want to look it up on Dat Dota, you're more than welcome to, man, but...
Alright, let's see if I can figure out how to use this site.
I was joking, but...
10 seconds.
I'll try.
Alright. Hopefully we'll see if we can figure that one out. But yeah, the Kunkka is banned. Sing's hero. Sing's been playing a lot of the offlane, though, and as you saw in the previous game, he did not have the best time. So they're looking to find something here for ESC and for Team Tinker to combo up with. I mean, I guess the Shadow Demon plus Kunkka is very solid, but there are other things to combo up with the Shadow Demon, like a Mirana, which guess what? Sing plays that a lot, or at least he used to, so...
Yeah, and they can also do a support Mirana. I know Tinker's ran that in the past before, when Pycat was playing support. They could also do a Leshrac. It's a pretty classic combo. I expect probably one of these two, unless they just don't really care about the Shadow Demon combo and they're just using it to disrupt this fight.
I mean, which is fine too. It's a fairly good hero. I mean...
Definitely could be a possibility as well.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. But first we have to get through 4 ASC's pick. They have the Scarlet, they have the Centaur, so I expect to see a support here, their core. They could... the Razor's not available, the Ember's not available, obviously. They're really targeting these bans of Timber Man, which is fine. We've seen how good his Ember Spirit could be in this tournament alone. So I'm kind of just waiting to see what they grab from this time around. Because he has a couple of options here, but we'll have to wait and see what they grab, so...
Indeed, they will. And they actually have ran the Kunkka Shadow Demon lane before. Against Power Rangers. And it looks like... they lost. So, there's that.
I mean, there is that. Storm Spirit coming up from 4 ESC. I'm glad we went through all of that work just to find out that they had lost that game.
It looks like they're just going to go with the bottom. And a Storm Spirit pick. Wow. We like never see this hero.
Yeah, this
And
hero
running it into a Bane pot, I mean a Shadow Demon Potom. Wow, that's some balls.
Yeah, it really is. Early on, this Storm Spirit doesn't have a lot of mobility, and on top of that, you really need to get an early Orchid for this hero to be effective, I think, honestly. And right now, they don't have much
10
here
seconds
to help him
remaining.
early. I mean, you have a Centaur, but he's going to be farming up, and he's not really effective. He like, gets a
5
point dagger.
seconds
Scarith is not the
remaining.
best in terms of rowing. I mean, you can, but I think Bane Mirana, or rather Shadow Demon Mirana, is going to be very, very...
Radiant
Oh,
team
God.
pick.
Well,
I've got you doing it now too.
Yeah.
And they picked the Earthshaker to try to protect the Storm. I mean, the reason why no one picks Storm anymore, just because if you get roamed on by these supports, you almost have to put this hero safe lane. And even when you put this hero safe lane, it can still get roamed on by supports. I mean, Shadow Demon Mirana can start anywhere on the map. They could smoke mid, they could smoke the off lane, they could smoke the safe lane. I mean, you don't know where
10
these heroes are going to
seconds
go.
remaining.
And I mean, usually they start with a level 1 smoke, and you have to play so careful
5
on all your
seconds
lanes.
remaining.
This Storm pick, it's so risky. I mean, it can pay off, for sure. I mean, this hero is so
Reserve
strong.
time.
If you can survive the laning phase.
yeah, and
But-
we've seen them multiple times set up by the
Dire
side
team
shop and just kind of look for arrows and stuff, but they pick a Sand King on top of the Mirana Shadow Demon, which is a
gonna
very
be a
interesting
core.
choice. So
Yeah, it's a core Mirana, I think.
we don't see too often, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's
I think
okay, I
it's
10
guess.
a-
seconds remaining.
I personally think it's weak in this version. I
5
think it was
seconds
okay last
remaining.
version because you could sort of snowball with this hero. Pretty good snowballing carry.
Reserve
I mean,
time.
it still has the same problems where if you're gonna take it late with a Mirana, it needs like 5 or 6 items.
Yes.
And it has a really big lull when it only has about 2 items. Like, I would say like the 2 to
10
3 item
seconds
Mirana,
remaining.
not very strong against pretty much all carries. But once you
5
get to that
seconds
5 and 6
remaining.
slot, you know, the hero becomes really strong. It's just,
Radiant
do you really
team
want to
back.
take it that late? Especially when
Nah.
anything can happen in the late game, you know.
They-
And you
they-
also have a Brewmaster.
They have the brew. I mean, this Mirana could work really well with just Arrow and Starstorm alone. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd probably want to get some items here, but against the Storm Spirit as
10
well, I mean,
seconds
Storm could do a lot
remaining.
of work on his own if he gets plenty of farm.
Yeah.
So I think you
5
really need to
seconds
maybe try to end
remaining.
this game early,
Yeah,
which
I
is kind
think
of
that's
weird
the
that they pick
plan.
Mirana.
And maybe they're
Reserve
just saying, you know, we
time.
have Sing Sing, pretty known for his Mirana. Although I could see
Dire
Pycat
team
playing it
pick.
too.
Yes.
Both players play very good Mirana. I mean, Pycat used to play it all the time for Team Dog when they used to run these very aggressive tri-lanes with like Bane and AA.
Yes.
We'll see if they opt for an aggressive tri-lane. It's possible. I wouldn't say it's as likely, mostly because they have the Sand King. You know, they probably want to play a little greedy, maybe jungle, and try to.
10 seconds remaining.
You know, I'm not feeling the Sand King pick. I feel like had they only
5
had the Shadow
seconds
Demon and
remaining.
Mirana, they could have really done work on this Storm Spirit.
Yes, I agree
It's
with you.
just so
Reserve
much
time.
harder. I mean, sure, the Shadow Demon and Sand King can gank the Storm just fine. And like,
Radiant
poor
team
anchors are actually gonna opt for the Medusa.
Oh my! And then the
And the
image.
anti-mage pick.
So now it looks like maybe is going to be played in the mid lane potentially, and then they're going to have Koikva playing the anti-mage safe lane, Brewmaster off lane played by Sing Sing, or we might see Mirana played in the off lane by Pycat. There's a lot of questions that are up in the air for me here, and the one thing I agree with you with is that Sand King is not known for the aggressive playstyle. He's known for getting an early Blink Dagger and then being aggressive and balls to the wall, but that's not going to happen until the 10-minute mark or so. So that's really what I'm questioning right now from the lineup of Team Tinker. Whereas for ASC, the thing I'm questioning is how effective is the Storm Spirit going to be? He will be in the mid lane. Medusa is going to be, or rather, Valix is going to be the safe lane. Medusa is going to be in the mid lane. So that's something to keep your eye on.
Yeah, and I think Tinker have a lot of options when it comes to laning. They can
10
aggressive. I think
seconds
it'll be an
remaining.
aggressive tri lane for sure. I think they'll either anti-mage mid
5
and Brewmaster
seconds
safe lane,
remaining.
or Brewmaster mid and anti-mage safe lane. I think both are valid options.
Yeah.
I think anti-mage can do well against Storm, especially if they can get ganks off, but it looks like you're just going to go to the safe
Prepare
lane.
for battle.
I'm not sure how the AM versus Centaur lane goes. I would imagine it's AM favored, just because you can burn all of his mana. And Mana Break's just such a good 1v1 spell.
It is. But at the same time, I've seen teams run aggressive tri lanes with Centaurs before. I don't expect that to happen or be the case. Especially not with an Earthshaker and...
Yeah. We could also just see dual lanes. Maybe they'll just do a Mirana and SD off lane,
Yeah.
and then have the Sand King help bottom out a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of options here for both squads. That's the interesting thing. But we will get into the lineups here. For 4 ESC, you've got Trixie on the Centaur Runner. And if Alex is going to be on the Storm Spirit, we'll see Boogie playing your Skywrath Mage. We'll have Tumbaman playing your Medusa. And around it all that, it will be Jirax playing your Earthshaker.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yep. And on the Radiant, on the side of
30
Team Tinker, we
seconds
have
to
Bulba
battle.
playing the support Shadow Demons, Pycat on the carry Mirana, EGM on the Sand King, Sing Sing on the mid Brewmaster, and Quakefa playing the safe lane carry Anti-Mage.
Now, normally I would think this lineup would be too greedy, but this might work out rather well. And it
I
looks
think
like
it's perfectly fine.
I think the thing is that EGM on the Sand King.
The battle
I mean, he's top
begins.
lane right now, so he wants to get involved in kills more so
Yeah.
than anything, and that's not going
It's-
to lend himself to an early Blink Dagger, I don't think.
Like I said, I'm kind of questioning the Sand King pick. I like all of their other heroes a lot. I think they just would have been a little better suited having this SDP and roaming support duo. But it looks like they're going to smoke at level 1 and go for a kill maybe on the Storm Spirit, which is really the smart play to do. Or they'll go into the offlane. We'll see which they choose.
Sing Sing is ready to go. He has clapped at level 1. They're going to head up towards the offlane, it looks like, instead of going for Sing Sing. They're going to try to find a kill there.
Although
Sing
I-
might have a pretty good time here in this lane, I think, too.
I feel like mid would have been a free kill. Look where Storm's positioning is so aggressive. And they might
Could've
have a
went there.
harder time getting a kill in this offlane.
They're going to go for a disruption here. They're going to find the Tumba Man, it looks
Oh, they
like.
got him.
Arrow's about to set through. Burst Strike coming in. Ancient Seal coming out. And the Tumba Man getting kind of low. They don't have him necessarily. Mana Shield coming in. He has his skill at level 1. Arrow comes through, hits on Boogie. Meanwhile, they cannot dive and get the kill. The right click coming in from both Bulba and Pycat's not nearly enough. They
Wow.
get them low, but they cannot get a kill.
They
And-
played that so well.
That was
I mean, against
impressive.
most teams, that would have just been a kill. But Boogie intelligently saving his skill points, blocks the arrow at shortest range so it gets no extra damage and only stuns for 0.1
Dire's
seconds.
top tower
Waits well placed.
Ancient Seal onto EGM. The arrow doesn't connect. The Mana Shield comes through. There's the Burst Strike. EGM might fall to first blood here. Drax is looking for the right click. They will get it, but Tumba Man gets it before he dies, and Bulba will fall as well. This has become a disaster for Team Tinker. Pycat has to leap away just to ensure he doesn't give a third kill away to 4 ASC.
Well, and they're playing this lane so well. I mean, there's not much else to say about that. I mean, Boogie, you know, silences the Sand King when the Sand King's trying to dive the Medusa. The Medusa Mana Shield just makes it so hard to dive this hero. I think Tinker actually are going on the wrong heroes. They need to go on the Skywrath Mage. You know, if you disrupt this Skywrath Mage into Arrow, he can't get a silence off. He's super squishy, he has 0 armor. Instead, they opt for this Medusa. He has 5 armor, 500 HP, and the Mana Shield. I just think they're just going on the wrong hero in this top lane.
They actually have blown up this tri lane altogether. Bulba's still up here, but they rotated Sand King down bottom.
Yeah, they
Meanwhile-
can't try lane anymore.
Yeah, the dual lane I think is probably the best choice. Sing Sing is going to be farming up in the mid lane. EGM's going to try to stack here. He's still level 1, and he actually has barely enough for a burst streak in terms of mana. Bulba's coming mid right now with the smoke to see it. How much can he get done against Balance, though, is the question. Disruption's going to come in. Silver is not available. Clap goes through. There's the pull-in on Sing Sing, but Balance is getting low. One right click will do the job and will fall. And that's just a one-man rotation from Bulba. They will get a kill there. And I agree with you when you talked about saying that you almost need a Storm in the safe lane, and this is what happens when you don't
Yeah.
have it.
I mean, just a 1-hero rotation was able to kill the Storm. And that's why most teams, you know, don't pick the Storm hero. I mean, sure, it can pay off, but it's so greedy.
Well, bit unfortunate for Valix. He does go down. He's level 4, though. In terms of CS, he's only 3 behind that of Sing Sing, and a lot of that comes from his depth. EGM's farming up. Trixie's going to try to contest the pull in the bottom lane. Quakefa is your leading farmer with about 20 last hits at 3 minutes in, so he's looking for a pretty good battle period timing, I'd imagine. And once he gets that, then nothing's going to stop him from farming a lot faster than that of course, the Medusa in the top lane.
Yeah. Trixie's not doing so bad in the offlane. He's got 12 CS. Doing a lot better than Pycat. And Pycat's sort of been left out to the wolves. He's only got 3 CS. I mean, he's got a kill under his name, but... Hey, what's this Potom gonna do this game?
I'm not sure. They've essentially made Pycat a
Oh,
walking
he's gonna
arrow.
get a solo kill. That's what he's gonna do.
Boogie gets
It's
caught
the
out with the arrow. I
arrow.
didn't even see that sail through. It does hit, and Boogie is going to fall. At least Pycat gets a semblance of farm from that, too. That's huge, actually.
That is a huge kill. I mean, he's solo in the offlane, no support, and he gets a solo kill on a support hero against a tri-lane. That was huge.
That's really important for Pycat. He's level 4 now. He's going to be up there in terms of levels. He's going to get bottled as well. They've got to give him more room, though.
He's just going to roam, I think, at this point. I mean,
he has to secure kills then.
Yeah, he's going to roam and try to secure kills. Maybe on the bot lane, they can probably kill the Centaur with this SD disruption. He's sort of going to be this, like, support-ish Mirana. I think he's going to start roaming with Bulba. And then they're going to farm the Sand King in the jungle and then make him sort of the core hero because, I mean, what can Pycat really accomplish in this top lane?
You know, not much. They're not going to stop a Tubman Man from farming. He's going to farm no matter what, essentially. And we saw that even if he gets killed, I mean, he's still getting more out of the trades than Team Tinker. So I like what they're doing. But they are rotating Pycat back around towards the top lane. They give him the clarity and they say, hey, listen, just go back top and get some experience. Because the tower's getting pushed in, so you get something that way.
Yeah, he's going back top because the creeps are pushing to his tower and it's safe to farm here.
Yeah. 30 left.
AC does a nice job pulling the wave back, so he's only going to get a couple CS and a little bit of experience, and then that's it.
Could maybe leech the experience coming from this group camp, but he's not that close to it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Koikfa has about 32 CS and 13 dies. So, I mean, Trixie is getting just as little as poor Pycat is in the top lane, so they're doing a nice job. He also has a poor man's shield. His Ring of Health is now done early on, and he's going to get a pretty early Battle Fury, I imagine. Koikfa is getting just free farm, so...
Although I think this is a perfectly fine position for his
Pycat. Fisher coming out, there's the Ancient Seal as well. Maybe in trouble. How long is that Ancient Seal going to last? He's going to leap away, and they will not get the kill. There's a little bit of miscommunication. I think they should have Ancient Sealed and then went for the Fisher after. Yeah.
They should have... Yeah, well, I think they Fisher and then they Ancient Seal, but, you know, they stacked the stuns a little bit, didn't really stagger them, and he was able to just get away from that.
Sing Sing is out-leveling Velox by 1 level in this lane, 1 full level, and Velox actually has to go home because he's low. He can't even get to 6 before he has to head back home.
It's 2 levels. Well, about a level and a half, yeah.
Yes.
Yep, pretty big difference, and that was just the 1 rotation from the Shadow Demon, and he basically just secures a total lane domination for Panda.
That's huge for me. Sing Sing almost has his Blink Dagger now at about 7 minutes in, so he's had a great time. And a rotation from EGM. Again, my main concern is him.
They certainly don't lack disables to kill the Storm Spirit. I mean, a simple disruption into Arrow is going to kill him every time until he gets a BKB.
Yeah. He's not going to get that for a long time because he's going for Orchid first.
Yeah, he's going Orchid, I imagine.
So,
I mean, he could go Treads into BKB, but I highly doubt it.
Orchid's just going to be probably the most effective item. And if you're going for BKB early on,
and Sing Sing has an Invis, and they just use Fisher.
This could be a disaster. Clap's going to come in, but he needs to split. Sing Sing's not using it. There's the pull. Velox does have 6 with ball lightning away. Sing gets a free kill with the Invis rune, and that is his Blink Dagger at 7 minutes in.
He got all that experience share, too, from all those creeps, and I think he stole, like, 3 of them as well. Huge play by Sing Sing. Having the presence of mind to check the jungle when he has the Invis rune to see if there's clearing sex, because Storm was missing.
They're going to create so much space for Koikfa now with Sing Sing's Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
The only real issue has been Tubman Man getting farm, and he is, in terms of CS, he's still behind. I mean, there's 50 CS at 7.5 minutes for Koikfa. He's got plenty to buy his Claymore or his Broadsword. He can buy his Perseverance, one of those items. But they are rotating. They're making a look here to make a go on the bottom lane. They have Velox. He could ball lightning in. And this might be tough for Koikfa. They can disrupt him defensively. There's the Fisher. Bulba gets silenced up, though. Great play. Koikfa in some trouble. Blinks away. He has approximately 15 HP left. Now the rotation. Disruption comes through. He jumps in, claps up. There's the split. Trixie's low. Boogie getting caught out with the boulder toss. They will cyclone him up. EGM comes in with the burrow strike. 1 right click to do the job. Will get the kill. Meanwhile, they're looking for Boogie still. Boulder toss is ready to go. They're going to throw a Pycat gets a kill. That'll be on Drax the Earthshaker. They grab the kill on Boogie. Velox getting caught out. No mana to use the clap, however. But Velox is out of mana himself as well. It'll be... Well, there it goes. Clap about to go through from 16. Decides against it. Velox is out of mana for sure, but now he's just working on 16. There's the mana void. Doesn't do enough damage to get the kill. Sting is going to try to blink away and will, but he blinks right into Velox and a Fisher, and he falls.
What a Fisher.
It's the
he would have died.
Prize is mine.
If Sing got the clap off, he would have just died. What a Fisher coming in from Jerix. Again, playing a really good Earthshaker.
That was the only thing that saved his life, though, for Velox, is that Fisher. And yeah, I mean, Jerix is, again, he's having a heck of a game, but he's pretty much the only one besides Flint Tillman, man, who's just farming up the south lane while that was all happening.
It was so unfortunate. Bulba's positioning there was so good. They went on Koikfa, and then Skyris had to use the silence on Shadow Demon. Otherwise, Shadow Demon was just going to disrupt the AM.
And he's going to get out at that point.
And, you know, they had to use the silence on the Shadow Demon, and then
Radiant's top
AM
tower
barely
is under
escapes
attack.
with like 10 HP. Really big place coming out from Team Tinker, and very fortunate for them that AM survives.
That's huge, and he has a ring of health. He doesn't need to go back home. He just regens in the lane.
Yeah.
He loses a bit of CS in the process, and he just kind of has to sit back. And what turned out to be what was looking like maybe 60 to 65 CS by 10 minutes is now looking to be only about 60 or so.
And I feel like, I don't know if Matumba Man is maybe just not comfortable on Medusa, but he's missing a lot of CS in this safe lane.
It's something easier to CS on, though.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, he's a professional player.
True.
And he went phase boots too, and Aquila. I mean,
He just got the phase.
okay.
The phase was just completed. Meanwhile, EGM getting caught out. But the arrow onto Trixie. Ball lighting coming in from Valix. First click away from EGM. Ball lighting further. EGM will fall, but they do get kill on Pycat, or rather on Trixie. So that's probably an okay trade, I think, for EGM. He did get it before he died. He's almost at his point. Disruption coming in. Pycat has no area. No mana for it. He's going to grab the regen. Valix is out of mana now. Oh, he's way out of mana. They grab the regen. There's the mana void. Sing Sing gets the kill with the right click. And quickly gets involved there, so.
Yeah, what a good arrow. It just delayed the kill on Sand King and forced the Storm to commit to that kill. And they were able to pick out the Storm because he used so much mana to get in. But yeah, like I was saying, this Medusa should be way more farmed. I mean, he wasn't pressured at all. I mean, besides, he was pressured for about a minute. And then they just abandoned this tri-lane. And it was only a Mirana. And the Mirana, I mean, he never did anything in this lane.
Yeah, well, that's the problem right now is you've got to find your CS for your Medusa. Otherwise, this game's going to get taken over quickly by Quickfa and the rest of the squad. I mean, even the Blink Dagger is going to be coming soon for EGM. But for OASC are getting a little bit. Trixie's still far away from his own Blink. Velix is getting closer and closer to his, well, whatever he's building. He does have treads now, but he also has the Orb of the Magi, which is more than likely
Dire's middle
to that
tower is
Orchid.
under
So
attack.
that's really where I think it's very important. Is Velix getting this Orchid. And he's getting a couple of stacks as well, which will help him along towards that. So.
And honestly, Medusa has to be ahead of this anti-mage, and you know, it's very difficult for Medusa to farm an anti-mage, just because, I mean, anti-mage just farms so fast with Battle Fury. But I feel like if he's not ahead of AM, I mean, AM has such easy targets for Mana Void this game. This Storm Spirit's gonna have a mana pool of, you know, 1500 probably going into the mid game. This Medusa is gonna have a mana pool of over 1000. I mean, if either of these heroes get low on mana, this AM's just gonna get a huge ult off every
Radiant's
fight.
top tower
Yeah, he's
is
gonna
under
have a
attack.
field day essentially, getting kills and whatnot. So
And Medusa doesn't want to go BKB. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see a second item BKB on Storm, which will definitely help greatly against the mana break coming out from Quickfa.
Invisibility.
Yeah, another strong start for Team Tinker. Well, I guess they didn't have a
first strong start,
last
yeah.
game, but you know, I think they have the late game this game again.
well, yeah, I think so too. At this point in time, Quickfa is going to be a beast. He almost has his battle fury at about 13 to 14 minutes. But some of it is farming up towards what seems to be a little conspiracy. He has the Ring of Health now, but there are a couple more blinks coming out. Sing Sing has his, obviously, but the most important thing is that EGM has his Blink Dagger. All of a sudden, this game gets really hard for a team they're about to die. They're going to hero correct, disruption a bit late, so Fisher comes in, Arrow's going to sail through, will connect, Fisher comes in as well. Stomp goes in, does some stampede away. Blink perfect, ready to go in a couple of seconds. Mana burn, going to go. Mana break, rather, mana void, getting the kill. EGM does pick it up, and Drax has to get away. So easy kill in the off lane, but this does give again more room for Matumba Man top.
Radiant's
So.
top tower is under attack.
And Pycat is just making space with his support heroes, and he's gonna go for that Hand of Midas. I think this is actually a really smart pickup. I think in the late game
Radiant's
he
top
needs
tower is
to
under
offer
attack.
some damage to his team.
Dire's
And since
bottom
he didn't
tower
really
is
have a
under
lane to
attack.
farm, but he's gotten all these kills, and
Radiant's
he's,
top
you know,
tower
work with his
has
supports.
fallen.
Just gonna go for that late Hand of Midas to try to catch up.
Yeah, he will be able to get to some right click eventually. Meanwhile, that 14-minute Battle Fury is about done here for Quickfa. This one Mud Golem should do the trick. Drax is sitting in the trees here, and he seems to just want to stay. He's not really moving anywhere, and well, it should be pretty interesting.
Dire's
Drax
middle
I'm not
might
sure
tower
what
try
his
is
plan
under
is.
attack.
If EGM walks into him, oh my. No, there's no way he's walking into this alcove. This alcove is just a safe haven for Drax. I don't know what he's doing exactly, I agree with you, but
I mean, maybe they're gonna smoke gank, but it doesn't look like they're having any rotations into this jungle anytime soon.
he's just sitting
I'm
here.
not
He could just
exactly
keep
sure
you
what they're
away.
doing.
I'm not sure myself. He's gonna
Seems
walk
like
out
he's kind of
now.
wasting time.
No, EGM walks through. He sees the Observer Ward, and I think that's the issue. Mask of Madness now coming out. This is a build I've seen before. This is the Waka build, I believe,
Dire's
on
middle tower
Medusa.
is under
Madness.
attack.
This is so not a good build. I'm sorry. I mean, sure, it works in pubs, but this is not a pub. It doesn't make sense on the hero. Because,
Poikva, the Ancient Seal, not enough damage from Mystic Flare. The Stampede came through, he'll be fine. And he actually has his team coming in. Flash Boogie, direct TP's away, Boogie's gonna die. Mana Void.
and the kill goes to AM.
Yeah.
Good try for the pickoff. I mean, honestly, they should have known that they wouldn't have enough damage since he
Radiant's
does have
bottom
that
tower
level 1
is
spell
under
shields. I don't know, they needed more heroes for that.
Absolutely.
They couldn't just do it with the Fisher and the Mystic Flare on top of the Skyless Silence. It's just not enough damage against anti-mage.
No. Poikva is now just farming away freely. He'll have his treads pretty soon. Once he gets his treads, you can imagine that this jungle is
Radiant's
going to take a big
bottom
spill.
tower is under
A lot
attack.
of those jungle creeps are going to lose some families, unfortunately. But Summer Man is farming now a bit faster because of this Mask Madness. So this is the one thing I do like about it, is that you farm faster with the item.
Yeah, you farm faster, but I mean, the item just doesn't make sense on the hero. Because you want to become this super tank, and you're basically just allowing more damage to come in so your mana shield gets burned faster. Maybe
Radiant's
he's
middle
thinking
tower
that,
is under attack.
look, if I don't farm super fast and get all these items, then we're just gonna lose.
Yeah.
So I can sort of understand it from that perspective. I don't know. I just don't think it's gonna work this game.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to pass judgment too quickly because I know what Matama Man can do on plenty of heroes.
Yeah.
And he does pick up the Perseverance, so it looks like he will be going for said Lincoln Sphere. But EGM and Bulba are smoked up. They're looking to create some pressure here on the top lane. They could use a ward behind the tower, but they'll try to find somebody anyways. Drax is sitting in a pretty good position to disrupt anybody that comes near, at the very least. Meanwhile, EGM, FP Center's going in. He's going to go in right now. There's going to be the burst trick as well. Fisher actually misses up. Matama Man getting low as well. There's the Soul Catcher. Mana Void, they will bring him down. Brewmaster gets the kill. Blink Stomp from Trixie. What can they get done? Bulba getting low. Self-destruction comes out. Concussive shot flying. Sixty gets the double kill. He's got to make his way out of there with the Storm Panda. He's getting surrounded by the rest of the squad. He will blink away just in time. The Moonlight Shadow covering the retreat as well. Everybody from 4SC has rotated over. Now Team Tinker are going to reset the fight and go again, it looks like here, as everyone is getting out of position. EGM is caught out, though. Sandstorm goes through. They don't have detection. Blink Burrow straight out coming from EGM. He might live. Ball lightning further. Blink away. EGM survives somehow. Beautifully done.
Now, it might sound like I'm going to be really harsh on Matamba Man right now, but it really doesn't feel like he's comfortable on this hero. He should have ulted when Sing Sing blinked on him. I mean, the whole point of this hero, you should have your finger on your ult button at all times on this hero. I mean, that is the entire hero. You want them to run at you and click your R button. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he's practiced on this hero. You know, he didn't farm very well on the safe lane when he had no contest, and
No.
I don't know. I
He's
just
having
feel
a
like
rough time. Let's put it
yeah,
that
he's
way.
having a
Middle
rough time.
tower is
But
under
you know,
attack.
I mean, this hero is still a god of the late game, so hopefully he can just get to the late game.
I mean, he has his level 3 split shot now. We talked about his Mask of Madness. He's going to take a creep, or an ancient stack, rather. Mask of
Yeah, that'll
Madness
be
should
good for
help
him.
with this. I mean, let's look at him at least somewhat closer to getting towards his Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, and Quick Foot finishes up his Vlads. So he's on pace for probably about a 23, I would say a 23-24 minute Manta, which is a good pace for him, considering he didn't have the greatest start and he was a solo against the center, so.
The Vlads works really well this game. I would have really liked to have
Dire's
Sing Sing
middle
get it, but
tower
he's
is
going
under
for an early BKB instead. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Valix is just ball lighting away. His Organ's actually almost done. I mean, all things considered, that's not too bad for the Storm Spirit. They've had
Yeah,
a
it's
rough
okay for
start,
Storm.
but...
Yeah, Storm had definitely a rough start. I mean, he got roamed on once by the Shadow Demon. It put him really behind with the Panda. He was level 5 and the Panda was level 7, and the lane was just really rough for him. So he's caught up nicely.
Boogie gets brought down to about 20% health before TPing away from Sing Sing, who almost tried to kill him there. Sing Sing will take the farm. He's got almost his BKB at this point. He's still a bit lane. It's something like getting caught out, but that's not that much damage. Meanwhile, there's going to be the Demonic Purge coming out, Disruption as well. They will get ulted. The Man's going to try to TP away. There's the mana break just to make sure that they don't TP away. Burrow strike it, but Superman does fall. He did ult that time, but great TP from Quackbot helps secure that kill. But bottom lane,
Dire's middle tower
Trixie ends
is
up
under
killing the
attack.
Brewmaster as they blink stomp him
Dire's
and use
structures
Stampede.
are
But this
fortified.
means that there will be a trade. A tier 1 right now for perhaps nothing, as the tier 1 bottom is going to get pushed in as
Dire's
well.
middle
So
tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And they're just basically
Dire's
gonna get
middle
a tier 1
tower
mid
is under
for
attack.
free. Looks like they're gonna
Radiant
trade to the bottom.
structures are fortified.
tier 2 for tier 1 potentially. Cliff used the tier 1 down bottom. Cliff
Can
used
they
the tier 2 mid.
defend?
There's no Brewmaster, but they don't have a Timber Man either. That's the
Radiant's
thing. I
bottom
don't think they
tower
can
is
I don't
defend.
think they can defend this. They're gonna try.
Dire's middle tower.
Fisher comes
Sure,
out.
coming. Echo stun maybe. Put them in line. Looks like they get the tower. That's EGM getting it. Echo onto EGM. They will lose EGM, but I think that's probably a fine trade. Them going
Yeah, it's
down
a
for a
fine
tier
trade.
2
They're not
tower.
gonna get anyone else. That's perfectly fine. They forced 4 TPs and they traded 1 support for a tier 2. Definitely fine, as long as it didn't get denied. I think if it got denied, that would have been probably an even trade. But they were able to secure the last hit.
Yeah, they're good. Treads down up to the Ancient Mage, some Boots, Battle Fury, Vlad's, Manta Styles next, like you talked about, I imagine. And Timber Man has ceased to farm. His 2 deaths in the last couple of minutes have really put him back on his Lincoln Sphere. Does have the recipe, yes, but he's still not going to get there until about 22 minutes, I think. So we'll see how things do turn out here for these squads. Meanwhile, Quake's going to blink away. He's farming rather effectively. He's actually just stealing all of the jungle away from a Tumba Man. And now there's
Dire's
BKB
top
up on
tower
Sing Sing
is
as
under
well.
attack.
So they can force fights, and they're going to take the tier 1 tower in the top lane as well, while the tier 1 mid is getting
Radiant's
assaulted
middle
by
tower
4
is under
ASC.
attack.
Yeah, the BKB on Sing Sing is really
Dire's
important. It
top
basically
tower
guarantees
has
that he can always get a split off,
Radiant
especially against this
structures
Orchid
are
and
fortified.
Ancient Seal.
Radiant's middle tower.
Ball coming in EGM, getting caught out. Spacer, Burrow strikes away. Ancient Seal still going. The Orchid's on him. Mystic Flare. Disruption defensively from Bulba keeps EGM alive and the Moonlight Shadow, rather. Meanwhile, Timberman pops his R button. Demonic Curse comes out as well. Sing Sing jumps in. Burrow strike from EGM. Gets it off just in time. Here comes Trixie as well, though. EGM a bit low. Timberman still has plenty of mana to work with. All the while, Quakeful in the top lane and Pycat work on a tier 2 tower and they grab it. No problem there. And Quakeful CP top. Meanwhile, Primal Split not going BKB. There's the epicenter. EGM blows up a Tumberman as well as Boogie. Valix has barely enough mana. He'll try to TP away. Sing Sing actually held the split and didn't use it. The arrow almost connecting, but he does get out. Trixie now running towards the top lane, running for his life, and he will make it away, it seems like. And Quakeful goes to work on the bottom tier 1 tower.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And Medusa dies that fight, and
Dire's
AM is
bottom
just split
tower is
farming
under
bottom
attack.
and pushing the tower. Looks like they're gonna try to make a go on him. I don't think they're
Fisher,
gonna
double edge. I mean, level 2 spell shield is actually just ridiculous. They
Yeah,
can't
and
kill him.
they didn't have a stomp either.
Just can't bring him down. And Quakefoot almost is his Manta style. So, I mean, this is the problem. I mean, that was a fight with Team Tinker not having their entire lineup, and they still
Yeah.
are just fine. And
I mean, the
Quakefoot is farming in the meantime.
The BKB on Sing Sing is just huge right now. I mean, he
can't
doesn't
stop
even
him.
have to split. He can just blink and clap and just start right-clicking on all of these heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. So at this point, they have a, what's the net worth lead looking like? Almost 10,000 net worth lead for Team Tinker.
Wow.
And a 5,000 experience lead. Now, I want to remind everybody, this is where we were last game for 4SC when they had the lead with the Brewmaster. However, this game is a bit different. I mean, you have different carries, you have different cores with Team Tinker, and Medusa's not nearly getting it. Sing Sing, he's going to have to BKB. Now Boogie's going to try to TP away. Looks like he will not make it away. Sing Sing has the Hyperstone. That's actually what got him that kill. And then he pops the Invis Rune as well. And probably a worthy use of that BKB charge. And he gets a kill.
Yeah, and I mean, the difference this game is the farm distribution, right? Because last game on Team Tinker, they had this Medusa, but Medusa was the highest net worth in the game. At many points, like, I think even early, Medusa was like either first or second on net worth the entire game. This game, Medusa is third on net worth, 2,000 gold behind the AM, 1,000 gold behind the Panda. And it's gonna be really hard. And he's gonna get the mana break off.
Yeah. There it
Mana
goes.
void, sorry.
I keep saying that too, don't worry.
Mana breaks the
That's the spell, the passive.
passive.
I get those confused all the time, but listen, it's fine. EGM, Blink Force, but Tubba Man finally finishes up his Lincoln Sphere, so that's at least something they've got going for them. And, well,
Oh, and the Timberman might get caught out here.
yeah, he's in some trouble. Getting chased down by Sing Sing and EGM. Blink Clap goes through. There's the Lincoln Sphere broken. They will pop the split now. Jumping in, Trixie stomps up on the air panda. This is getting channeled. Manages to match though. Blink Burrow coming in. Something that's still pretty tanky. Man is still doing a lot of work here. His ult is now down. Demonic Ult is going to go and take a much more big chunk of damage. Big Blink stomp onto 3. Each gets caught out. BKB for 6ing. Epicenter, or rather Echo Sled coming in. They bring 2 down. Big fight. But look at Koikva up in the top lane. Tier 3 tower being assaulted. Pulling from Valix. He's got the Orchid as well. Koikva might die here. Does that have Manta? Yes, he does. Blinks away. He just got the Manta. That was unbelievable from Koikva. It just got delivered to him. Pycat now jumping away from the aggression down bottom. Sing actually fell as well. Forest getting back into it. They can't kill Matuma Man. And Koik continues to harm. Pycat falls as well. Trixie with the blink stomp getting the kill.
What is going on?
I don't know what happened there.
They just killed 4 heroes for nothing, and they almost killed AM. If the Manta style hadn't been delivered to AM right before that, he would have fallen.
Team wipe. Would have been a team wipe there. So.
Oh, and Medusa finishes the Lincoln Sphere and is probably going to work on a damage item next. Or a Scotty. Probably a Scotty this game. It's just so hard for Medusa to play against AM, because you don't want to build a BKB on this hero, but you almost need a BKB against AM, because if you ever get stunned while AM Manta and hits you, you're just losing so much effective HP from the mana burn.
You'll probably die. The thing is also, the Lincoln Sphere does nothing against Drunken Haze. That cooldown is 8 seconds, so Lincoln Sphere is going to be popped every time that's up.
I'm not sure about the Lincoln's pickup this game.
Boogie. Okay, they saw him. He just goes to work now. His man's popped.
And Pycat goes for the Diffusal Blade.
Oh my god, that's a lot of mana burn. I actually, you know what, I was thinking about that earlier, but I'm like, yeah, he's not going to get enough farm for that. But of course he has a Midas, and now this is actually just
It's reduced
disgusting.
from ranged attacks, right? Or is that with Manta? I don't remember. I think
don't
it's like
know.
the Manta, right? Like the actual mana burn on melee is on
I think
range
it's
is
the same. It's the same. It should be the same. Anyways, on the actual area. Speaking of mana burn, Push is going really good, but now Blake is getting caught out. Looks like he's going to fall. Blake Burrow disruption defensively. Bulba has been on point, but they will get the kill on Koikva, but not before they bring 2 down. Team Tinker. Now Boogie's keeping it away. He will get out. Still,
So they kill
high value
AM
target.
for the Storm and Earthshaker.
I'm sure that's not worth it, but whatever.
It could be. I mean, if this Medusa is able to catch up on farm, I would say it's worth. Honestly, the Storm isn't that important. I think once he gets BKB, like this AM's not going to have as easy of a time, and he actually would have just lived there. So I think that may have been a worthwhile trade, honestly.
They're blowing up the anti-speeds a lot faster than I would have anticipated. I feel like he needs another item here, whether that's a BKB or a heart
I think
or
he
something.
has to go BKB this game. Like,
Yeah.
the Manta actually just isn't enough. Because even though he can, like, purge our Manta off the silences, it's just not enough because there's so much magic damage. It's actually insane how much magic damage they have. Like, it's almost like the spell shield doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. There's also a Blink Dagger and Drax again. We haven't talked about that, but I mean, these Blink Echoes, he hit one in the last fight here towards where he is right now, around this Roast Pit, around the Radiant Jungle, so Drax is again having a big impact, and I think, again, one of the very few reasons why they're still in this game. And Trixie as well. We can't really underestimate Trixie's Blink Stomps. They've been on point too. They're getting caught out. Fisher, disruption, defensively. Manta style goes, he blinks away just in time.
Wow.
He's barely
That's
surviving.
just the Earthshaker Skywrath.
He needs BKB. Split comes in. I'm not sure where that is. Cyclone's up. See now getting caught out. Boulder toss. Meanwhile, the ultimate. Alex gets the kill on Mirana. I'm not sure where. First strike. Lincoln Sphere blocks that. Ultimate goes through. And I don't think Sin can get a kill here. And this is 4 versus 5, by the way. Boulder toss flying through. That's going to hit on Matuma Man, but they're not going to chase across the river. They shouldn't chase across the river.
And he's so fast with that Mask of Menace basements.
Yeah. Are you thinking twice now about this build?
Not really. I mean, I question both of his items. I think the Lincoln Sphere and the Mask of Menace are not very solid, but you know, it could still work out. I mean, it's not completely terrible. I just don't think it's optimal.
Well, Sing is now building closer to Soldier. I think it's actually flying out now. I was like, there's no way that's flying out right now. Just a TP scroll. I think that's coming to one of the supports
okay,
here.
the one good thing about this Lincoln Sphere
Dire's
is
bottom
that
tower
later
is
in the
under
game,
attack.
if AM wants to go an Abyssal Blade against this Manta, or against this Medusa, he won't be able to be solo killed by AM. Because it blocks the Abyssal.
Getting cut out. There's the full BKB for something. Now BKB for Alex as well. They're going to try to man fight this one out. BGM getting cut out. Sandstorm not available. Looks like he might fall in. Will. The gem's on the deck. Sing Sing will have to drop his TP scroll and pick it up. Going to do just that. Fisher comes in, blinks away. Nicely done there. Okay. So they almost killed Rack, but again, Alex comes in just to help out. And they deny the tower as well. Suddenly, 4ASC feel like they're back in this game. That's because they are. You look at the network chart, they're only down by about 5,000 gold, maybe been about 4,000 at this point. Pretty impressive. Uh-oh, Trixie getting caught out, but he should be okay. Drunken Haze did go, but he juked them through the trees. They didn't know who else was coming. Manta style now done for the Medusa, so some more stats going the way of the Timberman, Medusa, and now more damage as well, which is the important thing.
Yep. And Sing Sing's going to be working towards his Assault Cuirass. He's about... he's pretty far, actually. He only has the Hyperstone and 2,000 gold. I think Pycat will probably go for a Manta style. Deal with his Diffusal Blade. A bit of an unorthodox build. I can sort of understand it. You know, he wants the mana burn for the Medusa. However, I don't think it actually is that effective on ranged heroes, because I don't think it works with Manta in ranged heroes.
We'll have to wait and see. Right now, Marana sitting on 1,500 gold, so we'll see what he picks up next. He'll buy something now if he wants to. The map is dark for everyone. Nobody has wards up right now. That's kind of strange. Koikva is looking for Boogie. He's not going to find him, or he's looking for farm with the Manta style, which he will use. No one's taken Roche yet, I don't believe, anyway. So, time for Roshan potentially. There's a smoke up on EGM. I think they're ready to fight something. That's the BKB now done for Koikva. That was the item we were waiting for, and it is there, so.
And now it's much harder to kill him. They need to chain those stuns, you know, with the Echo Slam, Fisher, Enchant Totem, and then probably the Electric Vortex from Storm. But it's still going to be a really hard kill.
This is going to be...
Oh boy.
Your cat is going in, man. I'll tell you what.
Radiant's middle tower.
Meanwhile, but some man is split shotting. They're down an ancient stack. Smoke into Roche. They're gonna try to take Roche here with the smoke we see. Roche is doing a lot of work already into it, but ball lightning in, Valix drops the limit. They know that they're in there, and now it's time for the rest of the 4 ASC squad to get in and fight. They don't have directs. They have to TP him back to the CG tower. Roche is almost dead. Manta style is going to go in ball lightning right now. Koikva has to pop his BKB. Disruption coming in. Sing Sing gets blown up. This is a big fight for 4 ASC. Koikva blinks out. Now they're going to be able to take Roche. Fisher coming in from directs. Now Koikva in a lot of trouble. Arrow connects him at Tumbleman, but they don't have the damage. They've got to evacuate immediately. Mana break. They get 2 kills from Koikva from the high ground. That's a big engagement now. Team Tinker turned it around somehow. I didn't think it would work out, but it did. Pycat gets the double kill. 4 dead, and they go right back into the Roche pit. Sing Sing bought back as well. That Mana Boy did some serious work for Koikva. Jeez.
Koikva was like 1 or 2 hits from death during the Sunday, and I think the Medusa got stunned, and then he wasn't able to finish off the AM. And then AM blinks onto the high ground, and it gets the Mana Void on Medusa. And it just does so much AoE damage. It's crazy, because Medusa has such a large mana pool.
That was just huge.
And him and the Skywrath fell instantly.
Pycat's going BKB, by the way. He has Mythical Hammer now. And he's got his recipe as well. He actually can just buy out his BKB out right now. Koikva's taking his tier 2 tower, the last outer tower on the map. And they've haven't worked for this game. It's not over yet. Valix can get up, and now Koikva has his BKB. He does have the Aegis. There's Damage coming in. Mystic Flare Orchid, that will be the Aegis Galon. So just like that, even with the BKB, which by the way was on cooldown, Koikva goes right back to the tower. So, Aegis for tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Well. And now Blink Dagger coming up from Bulba as well. And Koikva's going to take another ancient stack. 3,000 gold in the bank. Reaver? Eagle Song. Interesting.
Eagle Song for Koikva?
Yes.
I agree with this choice. I think if you're going to go BKB, you should go Butterfly. Because I think if you go Hurt, that's too defensive. You won't have enough damage.
EGM getting caught out with the Stampede. They did use the Fisher as well, but not enough damage to rub the kill. Timberman comes in. Manta Lincoln's Mask of Madness plus 2,000 gold. I imagine he will get a Butterfly eventually as well. So I think we'll probably be seeing a bit more farm. At least another maybe... another Roshan's worth of farm probably for Team Tinker before they try to push up to the high ground, I'd say.
Yeah, they probably still aren't 100% comfortable. Maybe they want to wait for the butterfly on Quickfa. Maybe a buyback as well. Just for that extra safety.
It's got a lot before
EGM's
that.
probably going to get caught out here.
Ancient Seal forces him, blinks away. He's actually okay. Pycat getting out. Wall Lightning coming in from Valix into the lane, looking for somebody. He's going for... He already has his BKB. He's going for a Hextech, and they're going to actually... They're going to use the Moonlight Shadow, and quickly jumps in, and there's the Mantis Sound. Now Booty getting caught out. Valix is going to just jump away, saying, listen, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Quickly jumps forward yet again. They'll get the kill on Booty, and now they'll push into the top tier 3 tower, potentially. Trixie, Matema Man, they're smoked at mid. Pycat might get caught out. Let's stop. He has BKB. He has to leave away immediately, though. He will fall. They just blow him up, so...
Radiant's middle tower
The
is
Potter
under
for
attack.
Skyra.
Not a
Definitely
good
worth.
trade. Not a good trade for a T taker anyway, is what I meant.
Yep.
But, before I see, they need more than that.
Pycat shouldn't have been there. I mean, they're all missing. His team just killed top. That just is like the green light for the rest of, you know, for ASC to just go on mid lane. And they're gonna go again. Oh, Trixie messes up the blink. A bit unfortunate. He blinked and then, I mean, he hoofed on before he blinked.
Oh, Sing Sing. He should have his full Soul Cross. No, what is he? He had it in my back. That's right.
Yeah.
My apologies. I forgot about that.
Quickwa's almost
forward.
completed his butterfly.
Suddenly he gets that amount of farm, and that time span is just kind of ridiculous. You don't expect it to happen, but it's an anti-mage, so I suppose it's not the most shocking thing in the world. Really, it's more about the first like 50 to 20 minutes when you don't have any farm, and then all of a sudden you just get like massive amounts of items and pretty much no time flat. So, well, now 4AC are looking bottom lane. They're looking to try to find a pick-off and keep this game somewhat even. They're still having some issues, but we'll see how things can go.
He could get picked off in the spot lane.
He's gonna go. Silence Sub Quickfoot is gonna fall
He's
here.
dead.
So he's dead for 86 seconds. He did not buy his butterfly, so he will have buyback.
He has buyback.
So he's
he
good.
definitely doesn't want to use it.
No, this is going to be... There still are tier 2 towers up, but he's dead for 80 seconds. I mean, that's a long period of time. But I don't think 4ASC push into the base. They
No, no.
probably just try to take down all the
Probably
tier 2
just try to
towers.
get 2 tier 2 towers, so I imagine probably... As Valix goes on Pycat in the top lane, he's going to be able to get cut out.
BKB is going to... I gets taking a lot of right-click damage. He loops away. Demonic Purge is going to go. The TP coming out. Bro Strike not there.
Oh.
That was actually the duration of the BKB just ran out. Bottom lane, Sing Sing.
That was so close.
Meanwhile, BKB gonna try to deny the tower. He's actually going for Drax. Drax is in some trouble. There's the split going as well. Matema Man might chase down the TP coming in a bit late. Mantis Style goes as well. EGM, Sandstorm, Blade, stomp up by Trixie, double edge as well. EGM getting caught. There's the Bro Strike. Ancient Seal coming out. The Arcane Bolt, concussive shot. He's in trouble. He's about to fall, and will. Well, they don't even defend the tower.
Yep. Good split by Sing Sing. He's gonna die otherwise. And he was able to get the Earthshaker kill. And they traded the Sand King, but that's fine. And Pycat survives in the top lane. So they actually only got 1 tier 1 tower, or 2-2 tower out of the anti-mage falling. Could have been a lot worse for them.
Absolutely. And the thing is, they also have the Assault Dress now on Sing Sing as well. So now it gets a little bit easier, I think, for Quickfoot and the rest of the squad. Matema Man is still farming away, though, and now he picks up another Ultimate Orb, which seems to be a Scotty. And
Yeah, it's gonna be a Scotty.
He actually has the entire Scotty flying out to him.
Scotty. Well,
And
he
Trixie has Reaver, too.
Matema Man's actually getting huge.
Yeah.
He does need an MKB, though, to deal with both the Drunken Haze and the Anti-Mage's Butterfly that's gonna come out.
No.
And I think, you know, once he gets MKB, I'm not sure that Team Tinker can take a full-on 5 versus 5.
He'll be too tanky at that point, I think. He already has... The Scotty makes him so damn tanky. I think the Lincoln Sphere is starting to look like an okay choice.
Yeah.
A little bit. And,
I mean, Lincoln's is always... It's just one of those items where it can, like, possibly win you a game. But it's never, like, the most efficient item that you can purchase.
Pycat baited the hell out of that Blink Echo Slam.
Wow.
Great leap.
And Storm used all his mana to try to secure the kill, too.
Now they're going to push down mid, I think, for Team Tinker, or they're going to head top. Arrow sails through and misses, I believe. No, it did catch Drax, but they're not going to catch him. He's too far away. They're all going to blink and TP away. Matoma Man gets out. They're looking for Drax. He's going to go to the side shot by a TP. Alright, he has 3 of them. I don't think he needs any more TPs. He blinks towards the freeze, and they're going to go and push top here. So Moonlight Shadow is now down. Matoma Man is farming mid. They're pinging on him, but I don't think they're going to go for him. And Trixie's down bottom as well, so...
Yeah, Storm could buy out an entire Hex right now if he wanted to.
I think he just did. He did.
Oh, he did? Okay. There's no buyback on Storm right now. They're gonna go
Going in a quick play. He's hexed up. Disruption defensively coming up yet again. He'll have to BKB right afterwards, and will. Trixie comes in as well. Meanwhile, the Stone Gate's going. Quickly may be in trouble turning around. Blinks away 6. He pops his BKB. Split is ready to go. We'll try to fight this. Fisher coming in. Trixie getting confused up. Epicenter blows him up. He has no buyback, by the way.
Yeah, no Stone Gates right now.
Yeah, no Stone Gates. They have the glyph being popped here. Matoma Man is thinking about throwing stake. Like he does. There's the toss onto Matoma Man, so that blows up the Lincoln Spear. Cyclone up, that'll be onto Pookie as well. They're trying to take down this tower. They do have the Manta style. Not using it yet. Jirax jumps in. Valix does as well. Valix is getting blown up, however. So 6-6. They do blow him up. That'll be Bulba doing the damage enough to get the kill. 3 dead now. The Manta illusion's going to work. Matoma Man backing away. Doesn't want to lose all of his mana. They cannot get the tier 3 tower, however. Quick is still low. EGM blinks it. Burrow strikes. Drax in trouble. He falls. The only one left is going to be Matoma Man. He does pop the Manta. The Scotty doing some work now. Quick going back in. We'll clear up these illusions and then go to the high ground, it looks like. And this might be a set of racks here. Although Quickfoot is rather low, Drax will buy back into the game. He's the only one that has before ASC, but they will take the tier 3 tower at the very least. No Echo. Fisher is ready to go, but that's it. Moonlight Shadow's going to get popped. Manta style goes as well. Fisher's now down. The right click coming in from Matoma Man. This might be a set of racks, and it looks like it. No, they will clear it up quick, but has to back away. Just popped. Blink Burrow. Jirax just bought back. He can't afford to die, and he will. Now Quickly goes back up to the high ground. Matoma Man, Lincoln Spear gets popped there. And I don't know what you can do to stop Quickly. This disruption goes through. Rax is going to go BKB just in time for Trixie as he jumps in. They take the Rax. They back away. Mission accomplished. One set of Rax now down. Pycat has no lead for number 13. Matoma Man chasing him down. The Scotty's low, the arrow connects, but it's a literal half-second stun, if that. BKB from Pycat, that's probably not the best use of that. He's going to try to deny himself, and he will! The Satyr Tormentor MVP, however, there is a gem on the ground. So.
A 40-minute neutral creep denied. That's a rare occasion.
That's impressive, to say the least.
Yeah, and
Visibility.
ASC are in a lot of trouble now. They tried to blow up this AM, but then Bulba's, on point with these blink disruptions. He has a blink dagger now, so it's really hard to blow up the AM unless Bulba is completely out of position. I think they have to simultaneously go on Bulba when they go on this anti-mage now. Otherwise it just doesn't work. The Storm, basically, I think for them to kill the AM now, the Storm has to find the Shadow Demon while the Centaur blink stuns AM, and the Storm both gets
There's a lot there this year. 16 doesn't get bought out. He has no buyback.
Oh, he's dead.
That's actually huge. They will take Rush off the back end.
Oh, they're gonna get Rush for free.
Yep. So,
Yeah, Quick Push is gonna split push now.
Racks or not, 4ASC are still very in this game. Even if the draft makes it look like they're not. They've got a lot to work with here.
And for ASC, I mean, this is still anyone's game. You see how fast people on Team Tinker die. Without this disruption, I mean, people just all like twice.
Yeah. This is going to be a rough, I think, period for Team Tinker to try to close this victory out. Because Matoma Man, we've seen Medusa's come back from sets of racks down, and I would not be surprised to see it yet again. Coming out from Matoma Man. I mean, this is a guy, we talked about how uncomfortable he was earlier on in the game. He's found his stride. He seems to be doing pretty well. A lot of it is of course, Jirax and Trixie making room, like Alex as well. And even Luki, I mean, his supports have been on point this game. So for Koikfud, for Team Tinker, it really comes down to how effectively can we split push, how much can we get off this map while they still have the Aegis and they're ready to fight.
Illusion.
And I think what Tinker should do right now is they should maybe siege a lane of Rax, like the top lane or bottom, and use the disruption to make illusions of AM along with the Manta, and just send illusions at the towers. Because they're actually quite tanky and hard to kill. He has a butterfly, they have 2,000 life.
Abyssal Blade helps out with that, the BKB as well. I mean, he's in a position now where he's going into the conflict. I don't think that he's unkillable. Certainly not with this game. Meanwhile, he pops BKB. He actually splits. He might not be dead. In fact, he's looking for Drax here. He actually does a lot of damage to Drax. Drax is rather squishy. It looks like he will fall. And Koifa gets a kill on Boogie on the back end of this, and the gem's on the deck. And Trixie's going to get out of here. He cannot mana void. They don't have the vision across the tree line, so he will get out.
I didn't catch the entire thing, but they must have maybe mischained their stuns. They should definitely have enough lockdown. I mean, they have the Hoof Stomp, which is a 2.75 second stun, and then they have all three. I mean, they use the Echo Slam. Unfortunately, I don't have instant replay.
No, I wish we did. We don't have that feature yet.
That'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Please don't know.
That's thinking about just the logic that would go into that. It just hurts my head sometimes. But
yeah, I mean, it would be really nice when you're casting.
Oh, it'd be huge. It would change everything. Change everything. But I'm not going to complain about that. I'm happy with what I've got now.
Yep.
Team Tinker going down. Mid-Koifa is going to pressure this. They want to keep this lane pushed in so that at all points in time, 4ESC have to defend this. And they'll go top again. It's a carbon copy of the first game, I think. I mean, in terms of at least the duration and how close the game is.
Tinker has a farmed AM.
Yes.
Whereas the last game 4ESC had a Razor.
And that did nothing for them.
Yeah.
Sing is got to split up in 12 seconds. They have BKB. They should have plenty of buybacks. In fact, 3 buybacks. The only ones they don't have are the supports.
This AM's not going to get any larger. This is as big as AM ever gets. So that's one good thing for 4ESC. I mean, I think in the
they're going to go in trouble. Yeah, he's dead. He will fall. And 4ESC get a nice pick up there as well. So he's down for 70 seconds, and that's big. 4ESC
has a lot of room to grow on their heroes still. The Storm Spirit has 2 slots left. The Medusa still has, well, I would say 2 slots left. I mean, he's probably going to go MKB, and then I imagine he'll sell the Mask of Madness at some point. And this AM is maxed out. And honestly, I mean, Brewmaster doesn't get any stronger. He might pick up, you know, a Hex or an Abyssal or something, but that's about as strong as he's ever going to get. And I think with the item path that Icat chose, I mean, I don't think he's going to get much stronger either. I mean, he does have 7,000 gold, so...
Well, he's got to buy something. They do force rotations back down to the tier 2 or tier 3 bottom lane. That's Batuma Man there. But I don't see any way... They're looking to try to get a kill here, but they have no way to break the Lincoln Sphere other than Abyssal Blade. So... I guess for now it's just wait until EGM is back up. Wait until the Aegis... I guess the Aegis is gone. Who had it? Alex? He still has it. Okay, so... Wait until that Aegis is gone, and then if you're Team Tinker, probably go for something next. Sing Sing is looking for somebody in the top jungle. Can't find anybody. And... Again, this is where it gets a little bit boring. We get to the point where teams are just willing to sit back and farm, and I don't think this benefits Team Tinker like you were talking about.
No, I don't. I definitely think that Storm and Medusa will end up outscaling Team Tinker's lane.
Is this going to be a rapier? He has got money by MKB. Meanwhile, Team Tinker, if he falls again, I think he should have buyback. He is alive just barely. Now he does fall. Won't let in trouble.
Lose the gem?
Yeah, he is, and he has no buyback either. Meanwhile, mid lane, Summer Man getting caught out. There's the arrow connection. There's the Lincoln Sphere pop. They don't. There's the ultimate coming out. Koifa gets stunned up. He just speeds away.
Under attack.
Leap forward coming out. They will take a tier 2 in the top lane. That's really unfortunate. They get him low, they get all of his mana drained, they start doing some real damage to him, and he just pops his R button and gets away. And he also just speeds away with the uses of that. That's the Mask of Madness actually being huge. He's got 3.43 gold. He'll be saving him for buyback for the most part. And then he'll buy his MKB. And that should be fine. I don't think he's going Rapier. Not this game anyway, but I've been wrong before, so.
Yep. I guess, you know, that Mask of Madness phase boot's paying off this game. Definitely saved him there, I think. But, I mean, what other hero in Dota would survive that? I mean,
not many of them.
He got gone on by an Abyssal, AM, Sand King, and Mirana, and he survived. I mean, this hero's ult is just so strong. It's almost like as good as Naga Sleep, I would say.
It seems a bit ridiculous,
and at some points, it's almost better because it goes to BKB.
Stampede now in the top lane, EGM getting caught out, stunned. He's gonna die again.
Yeah. And I mean, the pick-off potential by 4ESC's lineup is just unreal.
they're just traveling like as 3 or 4.
Yep.
And they're able to get plenty of kills, and that's all they have to do.
Yeah, and like I said, go ahead.
No, it's just that, I mean, that's all they really need to do at this point.
Yeah.
So, there's not much I think Team Tinker can do other than try to split push and hope Matumba Man doesn't out-carry. He's bought something. I'm not sure. He bought bots, that's right. Meanwhile, they're fighting the top lane. I missed it completely. Quickfoot does go down to Trixie, but not before they get 2 kills. One on Boogie, one on Valix. So Trixie actually kills Anti-Mage. I didn't even see the engagement. And he picks up a Heaven Talbot as well. That'll be the disarm the Anti-Mage, even though he will have his BKB. But it's only 6-second duration now. So.
Under attack.
And I really think that they should be 5-manning top and using Disruption Illusions plus Manta to try to siege the base. Yeah, I mean, they could do a bottom as well, but I really think that that's their play here. I mean, they're up a lane of Rax mid, yes. I mean, they dropped this 6-item AM, and they've had it for, 5 minutes now. And I just feel like they're not abusing it.
Pycat looking to get out Trixie. I don't think he missed his stomp there. He just spotted out. I think Pycat did the end of that. Yeah. Walking down mid now. AM's still dead for 40 seconds or 50 seconds. He does have buyback. And again, you talked about he is 6-slotted. Yeah. I don't really see him selling any of these items. These are all very important. So
we did talk about the bottom getting to that 5 and 6 slot point. So maybe Tinker are just saying, look, we've got the AM 6 slot. AM can split push, push out all the lanes, establish map control, and then we'll just have bottom farm. And then maybe they're just more confident in the late game against Furious. But Furious are just finding so many pickoffs.
Oh my god, Drax just forced away from that Shadow Poison vision. Oh god, he's living dangerously.
He's gonna live too. I don't think they're gonna check.
Oh my god! No way, they didn't see him. They smoke it. They know he's there. They know that he's there. He's right next to Sing Sing. They walk right out. Boba, just Moonlight Shadow. They're fighting on the backside. They blow up Pycat. Now Echo Slam on the EGM. There's the BKB. Sing Sing looking to jump in. He forces away Quickfoot's back into the engagement. There's the Abyssal Blade. They will blow up Jirax.
But in the meantime, it's getting pushed by.
Yeah, here comes the Matumba Man.
He's getting pushed by Trixie.
Radiant's middle
tower gonna try to fight this. Pycat buys back into the game. He can't even use his fuse that'll stop the Lincoln because of course the Lincoln Spear coming in.
I mean, that's definitely not what you want. Pycat just was forced to buy back, so now he's not only
there is no Lincoln Spear, but there's no Abyssal either. How unfortunate.
Not only does Pycat have a 7-minute buyback timer right now, but that's definitely going to hinder his item progression as well.
Oh, he's so fast. He couldn't get the first hit dash he was looking for coming out. There's nothing he can do about it. Roche is back up in a minute. Yeah, the buyback is huge, so...
He has bots now, too, so he's even faster.
I want to say that if they don't bring the fight to him, I don't think he's killable. I just don't think that I don't think they can bring him down. Mana Void, Trixie gets caught out but loses no real health. Disruption comes in. Soul Catcher as well. And there's the Abyssal Blade coming in. They're actually not killing him. They will finally bring him down now. He was trying to stomp up for Quickfoot, had his BKB, so he decided that it was worth it for that kill. And I agree with him.
BKB and Abyssal used by Quickfoot.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. It's a max duration now. Matumba Man taking Door Strike and just Blade and getting his mana low. Mask of Madness is away. How many times have we seen that this game?
I actually wonder if he's just going to keep this Mask of Madness.
I think at this point, it's been doing so much work that he almost has to. He'll have enough damage, I think, with his MKB flying out that he's probably good.
Finished MKB.
But no Rapier.
No Rapier yet.
Yeah.
I still think we could see it as the last item.
It's a possibility. But...
Storm's going to finish his Lincoln Sphere soon.
They're smoked up. They're running down mid. Team Tinker, they want to bring the fight to 4 ASC. And this is difficult. They're actually drawing a line. They want to go through the jungle. Or they're going to go to Roshan.
Roshan's available.
Yeah.
It's a smart play.
Matumba Man is going to head over to Roche. He's actually going to be at the Ancient Stack. I think they can kill this very quickly.
Yeah.
This is going to die. This should be an Ancient for Pycat, maybe? He's got room for it.
And this is the smart thing to do. They needed to group up at 5 and try to take an objective. I mean, 4ASC has been in groups of 2 and 3 all game trying to get pickoffs. And that was just a smart play.
Yeah. Now Quickfoot goes back down bottom. They'll look for a set of racks, whether it's top or whether it's bottom, I'm not sure. Fisher does come out. That'll be from Jirax. Quickfoot. He's looking for Jirax, but Jirax actually fissured and then blinked further into the trees smartly to avoid any death. So Now it looks like Boogie, he's sitting top. The rest of them are going bottom. Top's actually pushed in pretty hard. That's one of the else to be aware of. So
Let's see, so they put Aegis on Mirana, and she's... Okay, onto the Brewmaster. Sing Sing picked up a Basher.
yep, he's actually had that for some time, I think.
Has he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he picked it up at least 5 minutes ago, I'd say. Then again, it's all blurring together. When it gets to like 40 minutes into the game, it all just kind of...
And unfortunately for Team Tinker, they have 9,000 gold on an anti-mage who can't buy anything.
He's gonna get next up. He actually is gonna disrupt some BKB might go for quickly, and it will. But what's gonna get done now? Blinks away. Valix is gonna go to work. There's the Abyssal Blade, but everyone can still cage right now. Quickly, he's getting disabled. He's gonna die. He might have to buy back here and come back into the fray, but decides against it. He isn't gonna get 6 and hops the split. There's the buyback coming through. Now Matubba Man still going to work. There's the heavy stutter coming in. Matubba Man getting low. He should have buyback if he goes down, though. That's the problem. Brewlings, meanwhile, Quickbug back into the fray. They're looking for this tier 2 tower. If he goes down, this might be game. No, maybe not, but we'll see. Glyph is going to get popped. Nobody's died with the exception of Dirax. The Brewlings are still alive. They're finally getting focused down. 6-6 back up. Not pushing away. Ball letting it. Quickbug X up again. He has no BKB. Egypt getting caught out. He'll fall. Sing Sing going to work now. Quickbug blinks away. They will lose one. Boogie buys back. Sing Sing. Nanaboy coming in. That's 2 extra damage. Valix will fall. Valix buys back immediately. Trixie in trouble. There's the Aegis coming in. Quickbug cannot get out. He will fall. He's down for 120 seconds. Bycat BKBs. He's going to leap away. He'll be in some trouble. Looks like he might go down to the right click and will. They will get the kill. It's going to go towards Valix. Double kill for him. Still alive is going to be Bulba. Trixie demonic perched up. About to fall. Sitting at about 180 HP. Bulba blinks forward. Cannot get the kill. Blink away as well from 4AC's Trixie. He TP's home. Big fight for 4AC. And they defend their high ground. They only lose the tier 3 tower, but they force out a ton of buybacks.
Great execution by 4ASC, and like I said, they were able to hex the AM, and then Storm balls onto the SD and Orchid's SD. Or I think it might have been the Skywrath Silence, I'm not sure, but one of them silenced the SD, and then he wasn't able to disrupt the AM. And then AM falls. No buyback on AM. That's so huge. 5 minutes for no buyback. Medusa has buyback. Storm did use his buyback. So they did sort of trade buybacks there, but I think the AM's buyback is definitely more important.
Yeah, at this
And
point.
Hycat also no buyback for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but he'll be alive, I think, by the time they get to the base and Glyph is used, maybe? I'm not sure.
I think
we'll
they
have to
get a
wait and
Rex.
see.
At least one.
And Matubba Man is coming in as well as, of course, Trixie, so they're going to try to finish this off, maybe, or...
They'll
see.
definitely be confident
Radiant's
taking a
middle tower
4v5.
is under attack.
This could
AM's
be a
still
big
better
victory
for
for 4AC. I don't know if this is tough. This is going to be very tough.
Is this
They're
game?
going to go straight for the
Tier
tier 4 towers right now. They're not even going for the racks as 4AC are looking to finish this one off. There's the Glyph coming in. Sing Sing is back up. He does have split ready to go. He's going to have to force it now to try to get to stop it from attacking these towers. You do have quick, but back up at 22. They've got to defend somehow. They're not going in. Balance actually hexing up 60. There's the defensive interruption. They're finishing off the Ancient now. BKBs. There's going to be a split in a second from 60. He's trying to work on Valix. Trixie right clicks away, but Tubman is the biggest target here. There's the split coming in. First strike misses on the Tubman. He gets cycled up. Dirax is going to fall. Valix working on the Ancient. Trixie is as well. Boogie. They're looking for something here, but Tubman goes back to work, and it looks like they will bring it down. GG is going to go. And they bring down the Ancient 4ASC, split the series, and Team Tinker somehow lose a game where they were up 10,000 in net worth and looking so confident.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, 4ASC played a fantastic game from behind. I mean, they were able to get so many pickoffs with this Skywrath, Earthshaker, and Storm Spirit in, different combinations. Sometimes they had Centaur, sometimes they had Storm. And they just got so many pickoffs on Team Tinker. I really think that Tinker misplayed a bit. I think once they had the 6-slot AM, the Medusa was only at, 3 items. They really should have just gone top, used the Disruption, used the Manta style, slow siege the buildings, been in a 5-man group. But instead, they just got picked off for, it was like 20 minutes almost. And then all of a sudden, this Medusa has 6 items. The Storm just gets huge. And unfortunately for them, they just couldn't close out the game.
Koikfa had 764 GPM in a loss. That's very impressive, but at the same time just shows the woes of the Anti-Mage into the Medusa, and the Medusa winning it into the late game, who he only had 651 GPM, so still nowhere near that of the Anti-Mage. But nonetheless, numbers don't matter. The win goes to 4ASC. They split the series. Team Tinker, I believe, are at 4-2 now, and 4ASC are at 1-3. So Good game from them. That'll be it for us today here. C9 versus Snot is going to get postponed well. And, yeah. Fortunately, that's it for today. We are going to head out of here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Mont. With me is F4L. Again, thanks to the Dota Pit guys. We'll see y'all later.